Induction. So we are actually going to take into consideration the students that are actually present here and on time. So we are starting exactly on time. So my name is Alicia Habibi, and I'm basically the software engineer, the academic director, and the instructor, and the person who's going to also be leading this course program with you guys. So I wanted to have this direct conversation with you all about what the course program is, what our expectations are, what you expect to benefit from completing this course program, and what makes it different. So I'll walk you through some of the things about the course program, even though we know that you have probably been aware of how it's supposed to work. There are going to be 5 sessions for this course program. Yes, so you might be aware that there's 4, but the 5th session will actually be something that relates to one part of the course that's content development, and that's something that we feel is very essential for you as a professional by the time you complete this course to be able to do. So we kind of want to showcase it to you and see, and just give you a glimpse of how you can be able to use that to project yourself as a software developer, whether you've been developing software or you've never developed software at all, and this is your first time. So this course is for you. I'm going to start sharing my screen. So just please make sure your cameras are all turned on during this process. And of course, we will have a session where you can ask questions as well. And I'll talk about what comes after this induction. So can everyone see my screen okay? Yeah? You can just do a thumbs up with your icons that you have, the emojis. Yes, great, thanks. Thanks, Samuel. Thanks, Comfort and Favor. Great. All right, so let me walk you through the course. What is the Naija ProPulse course? Well, the Naija ProPulse course, we've carefully put this together to accommodate the ambitious youth and professionals of Nigeria. And basically what it is that it's a software, it's an AI software app and content development course with the core feature of creating a version of Nigeria's very own LinkedIn. So I'm sure everybody is aware of LinkedIn. You know how LinkedIn functions. We're sort of going to create a replica of how the LinkedIn of Nigeria could be and show you how you can develop a similar app to what you see on LinkedIn, but for Nigeria, and can be scaled beyond. So this course is meant to take place for 4 complete sessions. Each session lasts 1 hour per week, and the course program is actually going to start on the 29th of May at 6 p.m. Morocco, Nigeria time, because I'm aware that Nigeria time is on the same time zone as Morocco. So at 6 p.m., it will be starting on May 29th. So there are some very important rules that I will talk about, but let's look a little bit onto the software development part of this course. So in terms of software development, even if you've never done software development before or you have, it is basically accommodating everyone from beginner's level all the way to advanced, and it is integrating the use of latest generative AI tools that are available, but probably you are not aware of them because you might not be in the niche where you get such information. But we as an institution, and one that's quite recognized in the digital space, we have access to such information about such tools that you can actually use and leverage to the best of what you can. So the first week will be focused on setting up your Naija ProPulse background. As you can see, like I said, it's a mimic of LinkedIn, but a very, very different touch to it, which is completely just Nigeria themed and can be reflected beyond Nigeria in Africa and beyond. We're going to be using Java programming language. We're going to be using Java Swing. We're going to be setting some very unique features, and you can continue to develop this program. Of course, that's the idea, because you will need to submit a completed app by the end of your course program that you can basically publish and ship for sale. So we're going to talk about that. That's how you start getting yourself into the niche market of actually selling what you create that is meant for a global audience. So again, like I said, Don't feel intimidated. Even if you've never created software before, this is also for you. And for those who have, this is just going to be very enjoyable to do as well. So that's the part of the software development part. We're going to be using Replit. And if you don't know what Replit is, I do suggest you go and find out. Replit is the #1 online compiler website in the world that is situated, developed in United States of America. It's where you basically create apps, you vibe code, you do everything you need to do as well, of course, there. And you're able to ship your app, you're able to sell it because they have a collaboration with a company called Revenue Cat. And Revenue Cat is a company that has recently come into place to allow developers that are just starting or developers that have already started to sell their apps on a subscription base. So if you create something awesome and beyond expectation, you can sell your app there. And of course, we will show you how to sell your app on Samsung, if you don't already know, Samsung Galaxy Store, and how to sell your app on Microsoft Store, App Store as well. So you can pretty much sell it anywhere you want. So the thing is, you will just have a different perspective to how you can go from not just attaining a certificate, but actually using your certificate to financially gain in the end. So that's just one thing. So there is also data science incorporated here. You will understand a little bit about the matrix of data science in terms of learning how to monitor consumer and user behavior, because you're going to create an app, which is a version of LinkedIn, basically where users can come and be able to enter information about their professions. I don't know if you've noticed, but look at all the job apps online, like all the recruitment apps that we have and websites and whatnot. You notice that it's kind of almost the same, where people just post information about what they have, what they can do, and they just wait for employers to get in touch with them, but not any single one of them has a place where you can be able to actually upload a video or upload some things like a GIF image of what you actually do in practicality. People see when they believe. So if you create a job app where you can be able to allow people to upload information about what they actually do, whether this person is a carpenter or he's a software engineer or she's a business professional, but they actually show their work in real time with image, whether you start with GIFs or even with a video, then that's really what employers are looking for. They want to see you in real time. So if you could project your job app to do this, this is something that would also put you out there and make you be able to sell it properly. So I'm just giving you some ideas of what we're going to be doing. So overall, this is broken down towards a final completion, hopefully, of the app. So we are having 5 sessions, as I mentioned. In 5 sessions, we're going to cramp as much as possible of what you can do here, how you get started. And then as we do that, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be getting your own ideas of things you can add. But these features that you're going to learn, probably you didn't know about, and now you're learning about them that you can add as well to your app and just make it even better. So at the end, this is pretty much the end. We're hoping to build this for Nigeria, which can obviously scale you, like I said before, within Nigeria and of course in Africa and beyond. Nigeria is a country that has a lot of talented individuals and just need the niche to harness your talents. So I'm moving over from this into the next part of the course program. Okay, so the next part of the course program, I'm going to go back here, is some very important things that we have to consider with this course. Because this course is not something that's aimed on just giving you a certificate or just teaching you and just leaving you, but it's actually aimed on you getting your certificate and then being able to use that to find a job online or even to start your own business. I did not talk about the content creation part, but I will talk about that. We only spoke about the software app and development, that we will be using Java programming language. We'll be incorporating the use of artificial intelligence, generative AI tools, some of them that you didn't know you can actually use. We will be using Replit if you're not familiar with it, because that's the only online compiler where you can be able to code with a traditional coding method where you're not compelled to vibe code. But we will also be vibe coding with a very interesting secret of how you can take your program, your app, and whatever you do to another level to make you stand out. The important thing about this, guys, is that at the end, you're actually going to also be able to create your own portfolio where you can show what you've created in your development process. So I don't want to go more into technical terms because maybe some people here are not that much technical, but if you have studied computer science or you've gone to the first year university, even if you haven't, there's something we call the software development lifecycle. It's basically a stage that explains how you started to create your app from scratch in a very simple manner, maybe less technical in this case, because that's something you put in your portfolio for other developers to see and for potential customers to also see. Now, I'll explain to you something else that's really very interesting that I think you didn't know about. But before I do that, let's talk about some rules. Okay, so this course is very rule guided. Okay, rule guided. It is a free course, as you know. So we've carefully put this together, myself included. And just to let you know, I'm also part Nigerian, part Moroccan. My father is Nigerian, my mom is Moroccan. And this is the reason why I decided to work with our team to create something very unique for Nigeria. Having that I studied in Nigeria when I was very young, I know how the educational system is very competent. And I think this would take you to another level of how you can actually stand out in a very compressed job market and even start your own business, but with a more competitive and potential edge. So I want to really go over the rules because I feel it's really important for you to understand rules. Because if you break any of these rules, you will be removed immediately and dismissed from this course because we want to take it serious from the start to the end and we want you to benefit as well. So for you to do that, you have to go by the rules. So the first one is that the course commences on 29th of May at 6 p.m. Morocco time, which is same time zone as Nigeria. The second rule is that this course has 5 sessions. We may have a special guest come at the end of the 5th session. This is a may. This is not something confirmed yet, but usually we have a special guest. If you follow all our social media pages, you will notice that we do have a special guest that comes from the University of Harvard. She's the founder of Hardcore Skills, Soft Skills. She always comes to speak with our students because she has a lot of great connections in the United States that can help you build yourself digitally and just push yourself out there to be able to seek potential connectors that can help you in your career. So we are not confirming that yet, but we probably would let you know in the session. In any case, we are having 5 sessions in this course. This course starts from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Of course, you know that. That's happening every week on Friday for 1 hour. You must attend all sessions. It's compulsory. If you're missing from any session, we will remove you from the course. All assessments, please, need to be completed. So of course, this we all know. Assessments that are given in the course must be completed at the set deadlines. The 6th rule is that we have to make sure, you have to make sure, because we are not going to remind you, that you write learning reflections. After every lesson, write a learning reflection of your honest review of the lesson. What did you learn new? What was something surprising? What was something that you knew but you didn't know could be applied in a specific way? And this will help your profile to stand out on social media, especially on LinkedIn, because we have a very good presence, Nazli Tech School, on LinkedIn especially, and on the internet. If you check it out, it will really help your profile stand out, and you get a lot of people looking at what you're doing, and that gives you, a great edge as well. That just helps push you up in the whole digital field. You also have to confirm that your audio and video is working properly during the session and is turned on without me reminding you, because as I said, I will be leading those course lessons, so I wouldn't want to come and remind you at the start of the lesson. So please make sure that works. And of course, the internet is stable as well for the 1 hour session. Rule 8 is that you have to confirm that you submit all course requirements if you want to get the following. So let's talk about the end of the course. Now, at the end of the course, once you successfully complete the 5 sessions, you will be receiving an official certificate of completion, an official letter of good standing from Nazli Tech School, which can help you in any application that you seek to apply. We also specifically sometimes send to high-performing students some opportunities where you can apply for jobs online with the type of connections that we have to such opportunities, or even give you some hints of how you can start your own business or help you in professional development. That really depends on how you perform in this course, but everybody who successfully completes this course will receive an official certificate of completion from Nazli Tech School and a letter of good standing as well. And then, of course, we have internships opportunities. So when we talk about internships, we call them internship gigs at Nazli Tech School. What really happens is that if you are a student that's performing way and above, we put you on an internship gig and we offer you that, whereby we will hire you as a software developer and you'll be working on some of the software flagships that we are going to be launching, which will give you credit as a professional. But at the same time, we pay you for whatever software you create. And also, if your software sells, you do get a commission for that as well. So that's for students that are highly achieving that we decide to retain, of course, at the end. Now, Rule 9 is quite important. If you do not have a LinkedIn account at this point, you really need to create a professional LinkedIn account. You can go look at our lead marketer, Mrs. Olamide Comfort. I'm sure some of you know her. She's been in touch with you. She has a good profile. So you can look at what kind of profile you can create, because when we say profile, some people just have blank profiles and nothing in there. If we want to connect you with the people and the connections that we know, you kind of have to have a LinkedIn account that is professional looking, that is well done and stands out. So you need to have one if you don't have one, and you need to rectify the one you do have if you do have one. Rule number 10, you must have a Replit account. This is also free, of course. You sign up free on Replit. So just make sure you're ready on the first day and you have your Replit account and it's working fine. You must also have access to Gemini. Gemini is also a free thing where you can connect once you have a Gmail account. You need Gemini, you need Google Flow. These are all things that we're going to be using to create this software, hence the reason why you need it. The last rule is that you understand that you will need to create a video testimonial at the end. So at the end of the course, one thing I forgot to mention is that we help to show you how to create yourself a professional portfolio. We also help to show you how to set up your own YouTube channel, which is actually a requirement for both portfolio and YouTube channel at the completion of this course, because that would help just build you even more professionally in a very, very competitive digital space. And at the same time, you have something to send to people where you want to propose to them what you've created, what you're capable of doing, and offering your service. So the video testimonial at the end is really just reflecting back on your whole experience of this course, what you've learned, your experience, what you think you're going to do now that you've completed this course, and how you think it will help you. So we're trying our best to try to help everyone who wants to help themselves. And to help yourself, you have to be able to follow what you need to do at the right time, and you have to prove your competence. So that's really just it in terms of the rules. Now I'm going to come back to the classroom to speak a little bit more about something else. But before I commence, do you have any questions regarding what I've just said? No questions? Okay. The last part I wanted to talk about was content creation. So I don't know how much you're aware, but most people are we have a lot of software developers, right? A lot of people are saying software developers, some of them talented, some of them are just software developers. But if you don't know how to sell your software, you're never going to go any far or any further. You have to have some sort of marketing skills in creation, content creation skills. So what that means is that one of the sessions of this course, which is most likely the 5th session, we will be teaching you how to be able to create content for what you have developed. So that means you will learn how to be able to market what you create and how you can be able to reach a global audience, not just your local audience. So hopefully we're planning that goes on the 5th session, because as you know, it's quite short sessions. We have like only 5 and there's so many things to do. So on the 5th session, we hope we'll be able to show you that. And if we are not able to, we will be able to put you on a track where you can learn how to create very simply high quality content that showcases your work, that helps you in marketing your software, and of course, to be able to sell it. That's something that most people don't do now, actually. So that's something I wanted to talk to you on a one-on-one basis. Do you all understand what I've just said in terms of everything related to the course?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, great. So what I notice is that there are a few people here. We're going to take an attendance. Okay, so give me a moment because I need to do a quick attendance taking, which is just taking a screenshot. apart from the fact that we have this recorded, of course. So these all of you that are here are basically the ones that will receive an official course contract, which we will send to you by next week before course commencement, as well as your login details to be able to log into the class, which is going to be on Google Meets. So just make sure to keep your eyes out for your inbox by next week. Should be on Wednesday or Thursday before the course commences. The course contract is just going to have everything I've just told you right now and showed you everything about the course. So you just need to read it and sign it and send it back to us on time so you can commence without any problems. So that's really what's going to happen. Do you guys have, I would like to know a little bit about each one of you before we conclude this, because it's supposed to run from 5 to 6. So can we start with the first person? I'll try to pronounce the name, okay? Because even though I'm Nigerian, my name pronunciation might not be great. So I'll start with Ayomide Adebayo. Is that Joy? Joy, is that you, or is that a different person? I think it's different. Yes, go ahead, Adebayo Ayomide. I'm listening. You can start by telling us who you are. Just a brief, hello, I'm this person, and I'm studying or I'm working, just a little bit to understand you a bit better.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I am Adebayo Ayomide 9. I'm 200 level political science student. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And Ayomide, Adebayo Ayomide, please, if you can turn on your camera, that will be great. But thank you for sharing that with us. The next person is Akinlabi Samuel. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Samuel, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Akinlabi Bukolwa Samuel, and I'm pleased to be here. And I believe and hope that working with the team will result in great productivity. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. And I think this is our lead marketer, talented individual, Amos Olaolua Comfort. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olaoluwa. I'm the Comfort, Nazli Tech lead marketer, and yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
She's quite shy, but she's actually very good. A lot to learn from her. Thank you, Comfort. And I'm going to say Favor because I don't want to pronounce the second name wrong. So Favor, would you mind please telling us a little bit about yourself?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Favor Adibabola, a 411 student studying videography, and I'm also into content creation. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. Actually, we will make time for content creation for sure, guys. I think that's going to benefit you guys a lot. Thank you, Favor. And the next Favor, Moinolua, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Is she here? I think she is, right? Favor number 2, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm the one that just talked to you.
Oh, okay, you're okay, so there's this, okay. Thank you. And then Oluwayemisi Adebayo, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adebayo Oluwayemisi Happiness, and I just finished secondary school education, and I'm very much interested in it.
Congratulations for that. Okay, and then we have a couple more people. Samuel, can you go ahead, the second Samuel? So again, Samuel, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so you know who you are. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Samuel Yanolu Aladiswa, a student of Federal University of Ekiti, studying radiography. I'm so glad to be here, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, guys, thank you so much. I think we've gone through everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys grow and achieve what you need to at the end of this course, not just have a certificate, but actually have something that you can get started. Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, 20 individuals.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because the list of, yeah, go ahead, favor number
Okay,
2.
so
Go
my
ahead.
name is Evo, and I'm still a student. I'll be graduating soon, but I am a graphic designer and also an AI video editor.
Thank you very much. That was a very important detail. Thank you, favor. And
Miss
that's
Nancy,
favor number 2. Yes, go ahead. The next person.
my name is
Amos.
Olaoluwa. My name is Olaoluwa. I'm in SS2 class in our department. Thank you.
SS2, that took me back to when I was studying in Essence International School. Do you guys know that? It's in Kaduna, isn't it? So when you said SS2, I remember in high school that you go SS1, SS2, SS3. Thank you for telling us that, and that's very interesting that you're in high school. So that's very interesting. You and I think it was Happiness, that's also in high school. So guys, I'll try my best to, if I didn't remember everyone, I'll try my best to remember all of you guys. Obviously, we are going to be together starting on Friday. So it's going to be very competitive. And again, like I said, a lot of things required from you to do and complete. So just make sure you're up to task and don't forget to revise your course contract when you receive it and send it back to us on time. You need to be timely, organized, and professional. And we hope that you benefit everything that you can from this course. And if there's nothing left to say or do, if you have no more questions, I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to wish you a good evening. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday for the first lesson of your course.
All right, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
ma'am.
much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank
Take
you,
Thank
ma'am.
you
care.
so much.
You're welcome. Have a good
Thank
evening,
you.
everybody.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone. You're welcome. Take care. Have a good evening.
Bye.
All right, guys. I'm going to end this call.